let's go through what to tweet. Now, here I am with my tweet. I said, a few well-written promoted tweets will do more for your account than years of non-promoted tweeting. And I agree with myself, of course. Is that true? Well, on El Software King, you could see we have 10,800 followers, and we got this in under 24 hours, maybe under 48 hours, and it was via 10 highly promoted tweets and the magic of Twitter ads. As you can see, we spent $1,325 total, got 1 million tweet impressions in under a couple days, and there we are with our 10,000 followers. Conrad said, love your stuff, man. How did you run the ads to get the followers? And that's what I want to talk about later in the course, because it's very important, before spending even 1 penny on advertising, that your account is worth following. Otherwise, you might run the ads and either waste the money on the followers, or you might run the ads and get the wrong type of followers. What we want to do is build a solid profile, like we talked about, and part of that profile is creating tweets to set the mood and get followers. You're going to have to tweet good stuff if you want to build a brand on Twitter, if you want to get your first 10,000 followers, if you want to make money on Twitter, you have to learn how to tweet. And the easiest way to learn is to observe. So let's look at what actually worked for the Alex Berman account, for my personal account. Now that we're, you saw the screenshots, what we were able to do, and for Software King. But we'll start with Alex Berman. So here's 10 tweets that got me to 10,000. And what I did to put these tweets together is I went into our ad dashboard and I pulled only the tweets that had the highest follow rates. So you're going to see the type of tweets now that have been seen by millions of people, millions of impressions, and have the highest follow rates of any of the other tweets that we've done. Then we're going to do the same for Software King. Then we're going to take what we learned to write new tweets for Software King. Then I'll show you in the ad dashboard how those new tweets performed. And then you'll write your own tweets. And then we'll be good. That's what this is. Step by step, we're doing this. So let's go. 10 tweets that got Alex Berman to 10K. Here's my ad dashboard for Alex Berman. I spent $1,920 this year on ads. 2.2 million impressions on our ads. And here they are. So, number one is the easiest way to predict the future. It's to hang out with the people that are making it. And this has 12% follows right now, 0.88% follow rate. Next one, is there a reason that everyone, so it's not number one, it's number 10 actually, 10, 9, 8. We're gonna go like a late night show, Okay. Number 9, is there a reason that everyone on Money Twitter uses Gumroad? 1.4% follow rate, 14 cents a follow. And here's a longer one. If you make 9K a month, you want to spend 3K a month and invest 6K a month. That means if you want to spend like your friend who makes 100K a year, you need to make 300K a year. So from the outside, you'll look like you're falling behind, and that's okay. And this one you can see has 885 follows that we generated, 1.62% follow rate. So almost 2% of the people that are seeing this tweet are following, and that's a 14-cent follow. Here is one. I like Money Twitter because I feel accepted here. I never feel accepted in Silicon Valley. It's a 14-cent follow rate. And we're going to go through these in more detail. I'll come up with, I'll outline basically what they're doing right and then how you can clone this on your own account in a second. I just want you to see tweets that get follows. That's the whole point of this module. And then write your own tweets based on that. So this one, 1.82% follow rate was here's how to get your dream job with cold email. And it was a thread. This one had a 1.95, almost a 2% follow rate. And this was how much would you pay for a course on how to make your first $1,000 as a freelancer? And you could see that this one also only had 1 heart, but a 2% follow rate. So people were voting on the poll instead of liking or retweeting or commenting the tweet. And you might see this tweet and be like, oh, this is nothing special. But you see people are voting on the poll and then following. And that's all that really matters. Here's another one, great mention for Hanzo in a NASDAQ article yesterday. The hype is growing and it's cool to see. This was almost a 3% follow rate, 2.65%. Here's another one, old enough to know what to do, young enough to do it. 4% follow rate, almost. And then here's what would you rather have, $10,000 bonus, $3,000 a month raise. This was another Twitter poll, only a 0.64% follow rate. And here's another one. My mom wouldn't give me any money, so I had to become my own rich parent. Took me about 10 years. And I just wanted to show you these last two so you can see the difference between, okay, what's the difference between this poll that has a 1.95% follow rate? How much would you pay for a course on how to make your first $1,000 as a freelancer? Versus this poll, what would you rather have? $10,000 bonus or $3,000 a month raise? Right? What's the difference? That's what I want you to be thinking about. Why does this one have 14 likes and the other one only had 1 like? And then what was the other one? This one here. My mom wouldn't give me any money, so I had to become my own rich parent. It took me about 10 years, 0.53% follow rate. How's that compare to the other advice? Old enough to know what to do, young enough to do it, right? You can feel the difference in those two tweets. Now, here are the learnings from Alex Berman. Twitter ads doesn't like profanity. So if you tweet with a lot of profanity, you're not going to be able to run an ad to that tweet. You're not going to be able to promote the tweet. Polls are surprisingly good for follows. The typos don't necessarily matter. Crypto mentions right this second seem to do very well for follows. The threads didn't outperform short tweets, which was counter to what a lot of gurus on Twitter say. Like, you need thread after thread after thread. But no, you actually just need very well written short tweets. Those do very well as well. And short tweets do the best, 2 to 3 sentences. So that's Alex Berman. Those are our learnings. Think about that. Did you get different learnings? Maybe you're taking notes and hopefully you wrote down some different learnings to this because we're about to do another one. Here's a second example. 7 tweets that got Software King to 10K. All right, here's one. Follow me for tips on how to make 6 figures by launching a SaaS. This was the worst one. So I ranked these in order because we only had 10 tweets. 3 couldn't run via ads because they had profanity. And then the other 7 were right here. So they're in order. Here's from bad to worst, from bad to good, bad to great. Here's number 1, the worst one. Follow me for tips on how to make 6 figures by launching a SaaS, no coding skills required. Then what tech stack is this built in? What tech stack is this built in? I don't know, I just hired a developer. 88%, 0.88% follow rate. Software King, building software is easy, they want you to think it's hard. Now we're getting into the good tweets, all right? Boomers should not worry about retirement. You can spend $2,000 a month and create a SaaS that makes $10,000 a month. Why aren't more people doing it? Here we go. Here's the Twitter thread. I wasted my life, spent thousands on a computer science degree, got a job at a Fortune 100 company, a 6-figure salary, and I was depressed. Kept thinking, why were dumb people getting promoted when genius coders barely got raises? That's when it hit me. Marketing. Here's 1.09, start your software company. Boomers should not worry about retirement. Okay, so here's the learning from Software King. The thread this time had the highest follows, and we did the boomer mention. So if we went through, let's write the perfect tweet, right? I think based on everything that we saw, the perfect tweet would have a crypto mention, it would be 2 sentences, something about boomers, and it'd be funny and real. So I wrote this tweet. Boomers don't get crypto. Okay, boomer. Before I talk about the tweet types, I want to show you this. Let me go into Twitter ads, and I'll show you for Software King what happened. You can see 10,700 follows all time, 1,500 spent. And so, if you look at the tweets, we can even sort by followers. This one tweet, the Twitter thread, the pinned tweet, was the one that outperformed every other tweet. 8,843 followers all from this one tweet, all right? Then the second one was to start your software company, just do it. And we'll talk about these other tweets in 1 second. So let's go back into the presentation and then we'll talk about writing tweets. But what I want you to do first is a little bit of homework. Let's do a little bit of homework first. Here's your homework. Go to your Twitter pod and find your 20 favorite tweets. And make sure that they're your favorite tweets that also get good engagement from the audience. Then go to your Twitter pod. What tweets exist in your niche? What are your 20 favorite ones? Put them in a list. Go do it right now, and then come back to this.